Hello everyone, you're welcome back to ICT with Totten, and today we'll be looking at Spaceman paper 3 again. I've done this video before. This Spaceman paper right from 2023. If you're asking, it's still very valid for your exams this year. So I have done a video on this already. I've done the spreadsheet, I've done the website authoring, but one important thing I'll be doing today is in my previous video I used Microsoft Web Expression, which is what some students use, some schools use, but today I'll use Adobe Dreamweaver. So today I'm using Adobe. So Dreamweaver, that's what some students use. So and some people have requested that I make a video just to show them how to do so, focusing on the website authoring. And I'll just uh, take this moment to say, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video with your friends, and that's a way for the video to reach more people. Also leave comments in the comment section to let me know if you're still having challenges, any requests, any feedback on how this is helpful to you. And getting right back into it, this total entire paper is 2.5 2 hours 15 minutes, but I'll focus on the website authoring. Let's see how fast we can do that. Yeah, and the total marks to is 70 marks. So the first aspect say you have been supplied with the following source: 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I have that opened somewhere here: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I have everything ready. Next, they say create a new word processing document. That's your evidence document. Make sure your name, center number, candidate number will appear on every page. Once you see every page, you should know you are going to use what? A header. If you've been following my video by now, you should know exactly how to do a header. And then they say save this evidence document as spec evidence followed by your candidate number. Okay, so we have that in check. So I'm gonna go right click, go to new Microsoft Word document, spec. I'm gonna rename that to yeah, my computer keeps hanging. I don't know what's the reason. uh, yeah, yeah, spec evidence. My, let's say 0123, that's my candidate number. So if I just right click on that, I'll wait for that office document to open up. Okay, now that my Word document is open, I'm just gonna go to here. So to add a header, just click at the very top, double click on the very top of your page. That should open up a header for you. Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't know why it's doing that, maybe because I clicked too much. So I'm just gonna enter my name there. Not sure why. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I can go to the center, I put my center number, maybe I'll say XYZ01, that's my center, and then my candidate number is 0123. So that is it. That's my evidence document there. It should be fine. The next question says, it says save this evidence document. I've saved that already. You will need this file later. Okay. Now task 2, web page. They say training has started to create a web page and style sheet. Create a new folder for Tower. This must be suitable for uploading to a web server. create a new folder called spec this. Locate the following files and store them in this folder. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna create the folder here, right click, new folder, or you can just come here. If you know what you're doing, just click on new folder and that will open. So they say you should name it spec underscore HTML. I hope I got that correctly. Yeah, that's good. So that is it. Yeah, I was trying to open up game in the background, slowing down my computer. I just want things to be ready before I use them. Spec.html. So I'm gonna open this up. Okay, I'm supposed to store spec dix inside that folder. Where is it? Where's spec dix? Next, I'm supposed to store something else. Spec stash this and this. Just gonna copy that. So I do Ctrl C, or you can D copy, or you can right click and click on copy. So each of them will work. Then I'm just gonna paste it here, or Ctrl V. Either of them should work perfectly fine. So once I'm done doing this, the next thing they want me to do is open the file, spec this in a suitable application, reflect the image horizontally. So if you notice, yeah, I kind of skimmed through the paper before trying to record this video. So one thing I noticed is like I've done showed in the previous video, in my other video too, you can't the best option is to use a graphics package. Maybe some people use Photoshop, but I use GIMP. It's very easy to use. So I'm just gonna open up that image. I'm gonna right click on it. I'm going to go to open with. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm just gonna do GIMP. Yeah, it was already open, so then it saves me a lot of time. That's why I did that. They say I should reflect the image horizontally, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Going to image, yeah, not sure. We just read through this. Reflect the image horizontally. Save the image as dix1 in your spec folder. Rotate the image dix1 90 degrees clock. Save this image as dix2. Okay, we have a couple of things to do. So I'm going to go to image. Yeah, I'm going to go to image, and then I'm going to, they say rotate horizontally, but I'm going to do, I'm sorry, they say reflect, but I'm going to flip. That's the meaning of reflect. So now the hard disk drive is showing properly, and in game you cannot do save as. It's gonna give you an option which is not compatible. So I'm gonna exit this. To save an image in game, you go to export as, then you give it your name. I want disk 1, and that is it. Just hit export and export again, and you're done. Don't change anything unless you're asked to. Next, let me just show you something before we go to the next one. Export as, they can, if you reach here, you can go to export. I'll just take yes. They can ask you to change the quality. You see quality is 90%. They can ask you to make it 100%, whatever. They can ask you to do some other things, show preview and the rest. So but I don't need any of that, so I'm not gonna worry myself about that. You say rotate the image dix1 90 degrees close back. Save this image as dix2. So next is this my dix1 image. I'm not so sure. I'm just gonna click here. Yeah, that's my dix1 image. So this is my dix1 image. They say, or if you are not sure, just open it again. That also works well. Go to this, open. Nice. Yeah, so need to be sure of what you're doing. Then you go to still, you go to image. They say we should rotate, transform, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So once you rotate, you see now the solid state drive is showing very well. File again, export as, you're exporting as dix2. I'm just gonna rename that dix2 and then export and export again. So I'm done with that. Next, so I've done this. Crop the image dix2 so that all the solid state drive is visible with an equal amount of red background. Sorry, I think I'm seeing something here. This is saving your, I forgot to show that aspect. So typically if I open an image from a folder, when you want to save it, it's going to save automatically back in that folder. If you see, this is my spec folder, so that's why I don't worry where my image is saving, still in that folder. So when you create that folder, you copy your files to that folder. Once you want to save an image, it will always go back to that folder. So that's why I didn't worry about that, but that's just a point for you to take note of. There's a crop the image disk so that all the solid state drive is visible with an equal amount of red background inside. This image must be square. This is very important. Do not distort the image. The hard disk drive must not be visible, so don't show the hard disk drive. Let's see how we have to do that. They say we're cropping dix2. So this is my dix2. I'm just gonna scroll up. I'm going to go for the crop option. One important thing here when you want to do this crop thing and whatnot is for you to go to you want to see the properties of your image. Yeah, I'll just click here. Yeah, so these are my properties. This is what I want. So this will help me to know if my crop is square or not. So this is what I have for now. I don't know what it is, but I'll check here. This is my size, 2000 and 1000. So it's not a square. They say we should make sure it's a square. I'm gonna put 2000 there and 2000 here. So I know I have a square. This one way to check. So now I know I have a square. If you click in the middle, you can just pull it up a little bit. Yeah, something like this should be fine. You can try to have it's gonna be, what do you say, same white space, red space. That's what I'm trying to get. Same here, same here, same here, same here. It's gonna be tricky, but something we can try to see if we can get. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. It's not 100%, but looking at the orientation of the image, that will be difficult. If you just click on here, it's gonna crop your image. Next, they say you should save it, so I'm gonna export it as they say I should save it as dix3. So I'm gonna change that to dix3, so still it goes back to my spec folder. Export. Export. Good. So I'm good to go. Next thing they want to do is resize the image this to become 600 by 600 pixels. Save this image as spec ssd.jpg in your spec folder. So the same image. If you are not sure where you are, check. I'm in dix3. So I'm just gonna, they say we should resize it. I'm going to go to image again. Transform, no, not in transform. There is image size. Let me see. Okay, scale image, sorry. So it's 2000 by 2000, so it means what I did before was actually correct. So it was a square. Now automatically it does that. Make sure this is pixels. Once that is done, scale, just reduce it this. Next, export it as with the correct file name, spec. I think it's spec, let me see. Spec ssd.jpg, ssd.jpg. Export to my folder, spec html, export. So that should be correct. So we are good to go on this. Next, we are done with that. Number 2 says display the contents of your spec HTML folder showing the folder name, image dimension, very important, all file names, file extensions and file sizes. So I'm gonna go to my folder. This is the content of my spec. You can see this is the folder name. They want folder name, image dimension. This is my folder name. These are my, I don't have image dimension. All file names, I have file names, file extension. These are my file extension .gpg, and file sizes. These are my file sizes. So we lack something. So to get the dimension, some people might have it in their device, but me, I don't. So to get it, I'm just gonna click here. Definitely not there. No. Just a moment. Yeah, something is off. Just give me a moment. Let me see something details. Yes. You can the view. You can go to size, column feed, hidden items, options. No, not there. I'm still going back to view. No, not that. Just a moment. Oh, okay. I think I was doing the wrong thing. So if you just right click anywhere here, size or columns, if you know we want dimensions. So these are my dimensions: 600 by 600, 200 by 200. So these are ways they want to use to check if you did the right thing without opening your image. So everything here is, so my square, I know I have the max here, I know I have the max. Next thing you want to do is, I'm just gonna minimize this a little. If I don't know, if you have print screen on your computer, just press that one, print screen. It should open up. Mine doesn't. Yeah, you need the snipping tool. Just open that up. Then use my snipping tool to grab this folder. So I'm gonna do this. So be careful. Make sure everything is showing. Everything for mine is showing. So I'm okay with that. This is my evidence document. So this will be my evidence one. I'm just gonna paste it there. Yeah, good. Next, the style sheet. Okay, I'm done with that. The style sheet is not finished and contains a number of errors, so we are going to work on a style sheet. You are going to edit the style sheet. Make sure that you use the most efficient method. All color codes must be in hexadecimal. Careful, hexadecimal. Heading styles h4. This do not need to find it. Make sure that your style sheet contains no HTML. So open the style sheet, spec style.css. Like I said before, I don't think I need this again, so I'm just gonna close it. I don't need the changes, I've saved them already. Like I said before, I'm gonna use Adobe Dreamweaver for this editing, which is the most important aspect of this session, this tutorial session. So I'm just gonna open spec style. I'm going to right click on that, open with Adobe Dreamweaver. That's what I'm using. Last time I used Web Expression 4. Today I'm going to use Adobe Dreamweaver. So let's have that complexity, different options depending on your schools. You can use anyone. I'm just gonna wait for that to open up. It's gonna take a while. Okay, it's all open up and working. So let's get to some coding and editing. The background, I think you should be able to, this is just my settings and whatnot. I'm not gonna go so much into trying to, let me see, Anyway, it's fine. Maybe I'll do another video to show how to set up your background and whatnot. I like a black background. I don't like so much white light on my eyes. But so um, this is what we have. It's looking at it, just it's messy. This is not gonna do anything for you. Um, to me, I'll just delete everything and just start it over. But let's look at what they want us to do. This is a table with description. Specifically, they tell you do this, do that. So table, the size, borders, and all of that. So they say we should correct and complete the styles using the information above. Place your name, center, number, kind number is coming at the end of the style sheet. But let's start working on that style sheet. Like I said, left to me, I'll just delete everything, but I'm not really gonna do that. Important aspects, this is your code. This is where you're doing a lot of entries. Yes, designer, if you don't have this, you can come to window and click on this CSS designer. It's very important. You will need it, as I'll show you. So the first thing they want us to do is table, size, borders. I'm just gonna clean everything. I don't need all of this doesn't look good. I'm just gonna clean it. Table size 90% of the width of the browser window, borders not collapsed. Okay, so I'm gonna first, so to get a table, you can do this. Table, it should come up. Nice. Yeah, so that's my table. Important thing, the table properties window opens up there too. So I'm just gonna do this. I need space. I'm just gonna do this nicely. Good. Width, so this is the width. They say our width is in percent. They say it should take up 90% of the page. So I've defined the width of our table. Then they say borders not collapse. The width of the border is 2 pixels, solid border color. This is this. So let's look into that. Padding, position. Looking for borders. So this is borders. So this is my borders here. The width of my borders, they say it should be 2 pixels. Just gonna do pixels 2. Styles should be solid. Yes, and color should be 808,000. I hope I read that correctly. You're right. Yeah. Border collapse, important. Collapse, no, we want not collapse border. So you click on separate. So that is it there. I'm done with that. They say table data, so I'm done with all of this. I've done all of this. Table data, cell padding, top 8 pixels, left and right. Okay. We have to enter something new. Selector TD. So that's table data, right? TD. Nice. We have our TD. The padding. So let's look for TD padding. Let me see. Did I pass any padding on my way down? Margin. Padding. Border radius. TD. Yeah, I'm looking for padding. There should be padding somewhere. There should be padding somewhere here. I thought I saw padding. Okay, here it is. The padding, the top 8 pixels, left and right 20, bottom 6. So I'm gonna put 8 here. Here I'm gonna put 6. Here I'm gonna put 20, and here 20. So we are good to go. Next thing, so I'm done with all of this. Then borders, the width of the borders 2 pixels. There should be solid border color. Oh, I just realized something. If you look at this and this, they are practically the same, and it's on the same table. You can redefine it a second time, or you can make them as one a single entry. So let me do something. Let me show you something. We can do table TD, but you don't have to. You can always redo this if you want to. um, uh, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. TD, I'm just gonna go to selector, so that's where I am. I want my borders. Table, let me see, borders. What am I even? What am I looking for? Okay, border width is supposed to be pixels 2. I remember, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's 2 pixels. It should be solid, and then this should be 808,000. Yeah, so I got that. If you like, you can leave this here, or if you if you like, you can leave this here, or if you like, you clean it up. But when you do things like this, your code usually executes takes the last line it reads as a priority, so it will always override this. But you can clean it there if you want, or you can leave it. It will still work. It's not a big deal. Just gonna clean mine, but you can leave it there. If you already did it, it will still work, and you can redo it here again and it will still work. But table TD, this is like a neater way of doing it, so whichever way worked for you, go ahead and do that. Next, all heading styles color. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm way ahead of my time. So I've done border and all of this. Now they say all heading styles color font. So all heading styles, the color font should be the color should be blue, 00 red, this green, this, and font should be Times New Roman. But if not, font is available, Times or any serif fonts are available, default serif browser. So now here they say all heading styles. If you remember previously, they say we don't need to define anything for h4, h5, h6. So h1, h2, and h3 is what we need to define. I'm just gonna go here. Always make sure you exit to a new line. Click on selector if you like, or you can type it directly h1, h2, h3. Yeah, I think it's not working at times. I have to press this guy. Anyway, it's not working, so I'm gonna paste it here, and then you can put your braces. Yeah, so what do I want from this guy? The one else to do blue. Okay, something very important. Remember, I've said this before, color coding in when you're doing design and or imaging and all this is red, green, RGB, blue. So you have the red first, the green, the blue. They intentionally do this so that you get confused. This is usually intentional. If you go and define blue, red, this, you're going to mess up with the coloring of your the coloring in your spreadsheet, or the coloring of your site. So I'm just gonna do this. I want a color of it means I'm going to go with FF00. So that's red, green, blue. Okay, that's my color for all the headings. Next thing I want to do is we've done that, the fonts Times New Roman, but if this font is okay, so let's do a font for all the headings. They should have the same fonts. Text font family. Let me see, do we have time? Let me see something. I'm just gonna close that. I'm just gonna click here. Okay, I can see Times New Roman serif, Times New Roman serif. Okay, I think I'll go for this one. I see the Times New Roman serif. um it's okay, even the first one should work, but importantly you have to clean up all these guys. If not, you have a Cambria instead of. So Times New Roman needs to be the first. If you like, you can type this manually too. It works perfectly well. I don't need Times first, I want Times New Roman. So I want Times New Roman. If Times New Roman is not present, I want serif, any serif font that is available in my in my system. So that is all done and taken care of. um, Next is the one was to define a font size of 48 points for H1. Alignment should be right, so I'm gonna do that. Outside of this, I can just do selector H1. I don't know why this thing does not like working for me. Okay, it works now. So font, I'm going back to text. I'm back to text. Font size, uh, 8 points. So I have 48 points for that one. I hope I'm correct. 48 point, yeah. Alignment right. So this text alignment, this is right. Just click on that and you're good. Next, H2 24 points high, H3 18 points high. So I'm just gonna come out, do another selector, H2, enter. Just press on enter. You go to fonts, font size, point 24, enter. No alignment. I'm gonna come another H3, font size in points 18, right? 18 point. I'm just confirming. Good. Next, what are we supposed to do next? Let me see. You should add a class called cyan color. This. So there are different ways you can add a class in Adobe Dreamweaver. So I'm gonna show you the two options. I know. Just come here, this, then put a dot like a full stop, cyan, and then press enter. It adds it, or you can type it manually, dot cyan, and you put your curly braces. It works that way too. Let me show you. I can do dot cyan, then this. Yeah, that also works. And then if I want now, it's selected, I can add my colors. So my color, what is my color? 00FFFF. Good. So cyan color this. So I'm good to go. So we are done. Place your name, center, normal kind number as a comment at the end of the style sheet. Yeah, this becomes a little bit important. For commenting, I think it's /* and then to close the comment */. If you don't know how to do this, just go to file, new. Those are some tricks. Go to file, new, just click on new CSS. If you do create, it's gonna give you that option. You see, this is a comment. You can just copy this. So those are tricks you can use. Same commenting in HTML, same steps you can use. So I'm just gonna replace you with my name. I think center number, right? XYZ01, then can 0123, something like that. So I've done that. Then save this style sheet in just this folder as spec style followed by your candidate number. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just close this. I don't need it. File, save as. Automatically it's gonna go to that folder. So this is my spec this thing. So my candidate number 0123. Save. Next thing is take a screenshot showing the content of your style sheet and place it in your evidence document. Wow, this was 23 marks. So that was pretty quick and fast. So I'm gonna go to new screenshot. Yeah, you can take a screenshot of everything like this if you want. So that is my screenshot. Everything is visible. Some people actually prefer a white background because of the printing. I will encourage you to use a white background. Don't follow this black background with me. So that's evidence too. Yeah, so for printing purposes a white background will probably be much better, but this is also visible and okay. Okay, I think we are done with that. Let me see. Take a screenshot. Yeah, I've done all of that. Now they say open the web page, spec this in a suitable editing package. Interesting. So I'm just gonna use this still. I'm gonna go to file, open. Nicely it's gonna take me to that folder. I'm opening this. Open. Good. So now I have this guy. I see my code, and immediately you see what the HTML is creating. I don't like this view, so I'm gonna do something a little bit. Window layout standard. I need to change my view. I want it to be in split screen, split vertically. I think I want split vertically. Then I can rearrange. Yeah, I think I prefer something like this. Yeah, I prefer something like this. Yeah, anyway, that should be fine. Let me just see. Okay, we are going to have to place an image somewhere. Okay, now they say replace the text this with your name, center number and candidate number. So I'm gonna do that. I saw it somewhere here. Yeah, I'm just gonna click by. I'm just gonna use my name, center number XYZ 01, candidate number 0123, something like that. So I'm done with that. Next they say we should attach the style sheet to this web page. Spec this let me see what's the best way to do that. To attach a style sheet, I don't think I need you again, right? I'm done with you, so let me open up some more space here. What is this? Okay, I think I'll need to go to Windows. I just need my properties window. So this is very important. You need a properties window. If you don't have it, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. So I'm gonna do attach style sheet. Remember, I went to window. This was not tick. I clicked on it and this came up. So I need these properties windows. And let me show you something that might happen. If let's say you clicked on this place before, I'll just close this. Let's say I clicked. If you clicked somewhere up here, I've run into this problem before, and then you come to Windows and you click on properties, you're not gonna see anything, and that's because you're on the header in the middle of nowhere, so it doesn't know exactly if there's nothing there to apply style to. So the easiest way is just click on text or something, that a heading or something. then go to Windows and then properties, and you will have this. So I'm on heading 2, no problem. Attach style sheet, browse, that's a link. I'm looking for spec 1, style 1, okay, and okay, good. So this is the important, nice part of this whole thing. You see, everything just rearranges for you. You can see real time, you can see how your document is changing. Next, they say we've done attach the style you edited in step 3 to your web page so that it has a higher priority than the style sheet did. Now, when they talk about higher priority, if you look at our code here, I'm just gonna pull this a little bit to the side. This is our style sheet, it's attached to the head and it's above here. So when you write code, what takes precedence is the line after the previous. So if I attach it above here, this is going to take precedence, but if I attach it below, let's say under here, it's going to take precedence. So that's the whole way the styling stuff styling works. So I'm gonna try to work on that. Yeah, I see I don't have that property thing again, right? I'm just gonna go to style, go to attach style sheet, browse. This is the style I edited with my candidate number. Yeah, supposed candidate number. So it's under instead of up. So this will run, yes, but once the second one runs, it executes it before the other one. So you see how nice this guy looks now, the coloring, the adjustments, and yeah, this looks interesting. We are getting there. Next thing to do is so I've done that. This is save the web page, so I'm just gonna come here, yeah, save, and click on save. We're not changing the name. Next, use the class created in your style sheet to set the color of the text tower to cyan. Okay, that's something easy. You are using the class you created, cyan. Remember, we created a class. If you don't remember, I'll show you. This is the class we created, this one. So they want us to change the color of this guy. So one easy way, just right click on that, just select Tawara digital storage. So Tawara digital storage, just select it and you come here. This is class, you see, and then you click on cyan. Any class you've created will show up there. So cyan, now you can see the cyan, right? So we are good to go. Next, place into the appropriate section of the correct web development layer metadata to define the character set to UTF-8 metadata to include your name. Okay, this is interesting. If you don't know where metadata appears in your web page, another trick, go to file, new, HTML, create. I want you to see where metadata is in the header section of your document. So that's where your metadata is. So I can even copy this. I can copy that, I can place it anywhere, it should be fine. Anywhere in the head. So metadata, that's my metadata character set to UTF-8. Metadata to include your name as the author of the web page. I can go down again. You can go to insert. Is this a right approach? Just a moment. Insert. No, not heading. Not footer. I think there should be a place here to oh no, Yeah, just a moment. I think. What am I inserting? Just a moment. Metadata to include your name as the author of the web page. Okay. To insert metadata which takes you as the author of the web page. I think you come to insert. Yeah, I think go to meta. That's also another way you could have actually done it before. So attribute name value. The value should be author. So you are the author, and then here the content should be your name. Let me see. Okay, that's just your name. Then you click on OK. It's gonna add you there. Next, they say you should insert metadata to set the keywords to Tawara, TDS, DVD, and SSD. So still the same approach. Going to insert HTML meta, not name. Sorry, yeah, keyword. Yeah, and then you have Tawara. Sorry. Tawara, TDS, SSD. What's next? DVD and SSD. Sorry. DVD, comma SSD. Then click on OK. So that is it. What next? I think we are done. 10 marks to do this. 10 marks. Interesting. Now they say replace the text, place image here in a web page with the image paste this you edited at step 1. Interesting. Here there's text somewhere, like this text. I need to locate it. Okay, nice. I'm just gonna click on that text. I'm gonna go to insert HTML. Let me see, image. Good. Yeah, this is pretty easy to do. This, wait, they say the image, place here in the web page image. With the spec image, not the other way. I think I was about this. So your cropped image. So that is it. That is what they want. Careful. I have to clean this guy. I don't need place image here. I was just selecting that place. So now I'm good to go. That's my image. Next, they say we should have done that already. I don't know, provide alternative text. Save the web page, replace the web page with your browser. Alternative text. I hope HTML. Let me see. No. Just a moment. Oh no. What am I doing? No. For alternative text, I think, let me see. No, not this. I think an easy way is just to click on your image. You see it's selected right now. Once you do that, you should see this alt come up here, or I think you should be able to put it in between that braces. The alternative text, I can just say image of solid state. What am I writing? Drive. You can put in bracket SSD. Yeah, and we should be fine. So you could actually put it in between those braces. So once you insert an image, it gives you that option to add an alternative text if you want to. So alternative text, typically what alternative text does is if your image cannot be displayed, depending, maybe your device is not compatible, it will display the alternate text so that somebody knows that, oh, instead of, there was supposed to be an image here, but this is actually the what the image is alternate, this is actually what the image is, or a description of the image, typically something like that. Now this is if the web page display the page in your browser, take screenshot of it and place in your document. Make sure that all the page can be seen, all the text can easily be read. Wow, that was it. Yeah, that was it about this paper. I'm just gonna close this guy, I don't need it again. So I'm just gonna save. Now I'm gonna go back here, very important. I'm gonna open my web page in a browser. Open with, I don't know what browser you'll be using, I'll just use this one. Don't want to complicate my life. Yeah, that's my browser. Now they say I should display all the page can be seen, all the text can easily be read, all the address bar is fully visible. So this is my address bar. One thing important, this thing you see it's out of focus or something, so I'm gonna press down on my control key and try to resume it. When you press down control, use your scroll wheel. So that's what I'm doing. And at times a good approach actually to do this thing is just minimize this. It's actually to, this is like maximize, just click on the maximize button, it will bring you this. This actually gives, at times it gives you a really good view of your page. So you see this, yeah, to me this actually looks better than having something like this. This is okay, but you see this space at the back, I don't like that. So I wanted to have a good display. So you see this has my name, everything here clearly visible. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, put it in my evidence document, new screenshot. If you like, you can just, I'm just gonna take everything. That is my web page at the top, this is my page name, this is the direction, this is the link, everything is visible. If you can see name, contact us and all that. So I'm gonna put that in my evidence document. Good. So I'm just gonna do evidence dance 3. I hope I didn't skip any evidence. Let me check something. Take a copy of the image source and place this in the evidence document. Yeah, I think this is the last thing, evidence of the SCMS source code. So I'll come back here, come to this. I don't need you, and this is what I need. I can just click at the very top, doc type, Control A. You don't want to be doing this, you don't want to click here and start dragging down. You can make a mistake. Learn how to use some shortcuts. Yeah, you know, you see I just made a mistake clicking there. Now Control A, Control C, Control A, Control C, or you do Control A and then you right click and you do copy. That also works, but I prefer to go with the shortcuts. Control, hold down on Control and press A after clicking at the very top, on the very top edge of the line. But if the clicking and scrolling down works for you better, then go ahead, but I'm trying not to make mistakes. So that's how best I think it should be done. Now I'm gonna put that here. This should be evidence 5. I'm gonna paste. I don't know, at times this looks okay to me, but you can move it to the next line. And better still, I'm seeing some unwanted spaces. You can actually yeah, show some text editing here. You know how to do edit text. You've done paper 2, so I'm just removing my line spacing. I don't want that line spacing, and I'm just gonna put 1. Just wanted to match everything up. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. But this thing, you can bold your evidence so that it's different from your text, you can bold it. It's okay. But if you don't have time, don't waste your time doing this. I'm done. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not going to go into um, the spreadsheet aspect. I've done a video on this already. If you've not watched it, I'll leave it in the description. So this is what I wanted to show. I'll work on doing some more papers using Dreamweaver, maybe the 2025 papers, just to give us more practice on this, because I've done a couple of papers with web expression. So thank you for the request, and thank you for watching. Like I said previously, please, if you've not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the video with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. And good luck in your exams, good luck in your preparations. Thank you.